Welcome to the Iron Horse Route, home of the Denver and Rio Grande Western. This is Brian. I'm glad you're here, and if you're not already a subscriber, I want to encourage you to subscribe, because when you're a subscriber here, you get access to a lot of great model railroad video uploads. And so now that you're subscribed, we invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy today's video upload, which is coming up right now. Hey there, how you doing? I have no idea if I have audio because I got a new setup kind of for the audio. So hopefully somebody will come in a few minutes or at some point during the stream and we'll ask them if they can hear us. And if you can hear me, welcome to the stream. We are assembling a in-scale ski lodge today. Let me get it. What parts we do have done already. I should probably have had this out there already. That would have looked better. And so let's see. Here we go. Hey Dave, ENSFN, good in scale. How you doing? I don't know if you can hear me or not, and if you can, how good you can hear me, because I'm using a different mic and all that stuff right now. I can switch back to the old one if I need to. So if you just see my lips doing this, then let me know and I need to change something. Sound is good. Oh, well, that's even better to hear. I was hoping you could hear me, A. And this mic has a volume control on it too that I can adjust. So I don't know if that's for the, it looks like that's for the headphones. I'll probably have to do that. It's good to see you today. How you doing? I wonder why that chat that you let, the first one, disappeared. That's weird. Huh. Anyway, I'm also considering running the Ethernet cord back here. But then I got to put Gracie up. But I think I have one that'll reach. I got one that'll reach the shed, so I'm assuming it'll reach here. It's about the same distance or maybe a little less through the house. So I got this stuff to do. One thing I did is I reprinted the roof like I said I was going to do. Here that is. It goes right here without the raft on it. I also said I was going to print interior inserts, and I did that. And these all go in the little corners everywhere, and these go down in here. There's a little bit of light there, but it's a weird angle. I guess it's 135 degrees. And then I also printed the interior walls that I didn't have, which is what stopped me in the last stream. And then I also printed this goes here. This does. These are the beams for the walkways. I got the stairs, the doors, all the back doors and that thing. These are the beams too. I'm going to use the little pin vise, make sure those are clean, and pop these through. And then finally, and I don't know if I'm going to end up using these or print a different color, but I got a little like kind of wild hair, and I guess I got to be careful because this isn't for me. But I was thinking about using this color. I was actually thinking about doing it for a couple things, but I was thinking about using this color on the walkway here for the deck railings. I'm considering doing that. I might set them up there and see how they look and then end up taking them off. We'll just have to see. Otherwise, I'd go just another real dark color. But I want to print these because you don't want to paint these individually. And when they're on the rafts, they're face down. I could try to print them standing up, which I guess I might do just to see if I could do it, because I never have tried to print these standing straight up. But I could see if that worked. I don't know how the inside the little railings, I know they probably wouldn't be that clean if I stood them up, but I have to do a test and see. I'm not going to do that right now though, because that'll take a minute. I could swing everything around and do that, but I don't really feel like that. I got to get this thing together too. Um, so anyway, still have some assembled models that have to get there for Christmas, and so a lot of my streams are going to be putting models together for a little while. But what I was hoping, Dave, if you're still here, I was kind of hoping that we could start like I wanted to start like putting model railroad chat at the beginning and like putting maybe for beginners and stuff. See if we could get some people in here who are new that wanted to learn. Um, I don't necessarily consider myself an expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I mean, I could tell somebody who's just starting a few things. But what I was thinking is that the folks that come in this stream sometimes could answer even, some tougher questions. I think that'd be cool, you know, if we could get some new people in here or some people in here that had questions. Because I feel like we could probably get some people going in the right direction if they were interested in this. Um, Ironically, I was in Nick Mimmons' live stream, not in it. I was at it this morning, and no other than Ron of Ron's Trains and Things was in there hanging out too. We spoke, said hello to each other. um, so anyway, um, did you know he's up at like 60 something thousand subscribers? I mean, I didn't even realize we had. I think he's probably. I don't really know of anybody that's bigger than that. SMT Mainline has 40,000 or something, I think. And I mean, not that that really matters a whole lot, but it's kind of cool. I mean, how many views your videos get is what matters. But I mean, and I think Ron gets really good views and stuff too. But I had, I guess it's been a couple years, I think, since I've watched many videos at all because of my schedule. But I just didn't realize that he had gotten that big. And I don't know if I don't get alerts for him anymore or something. Because I didn't think he was uploading much, but maybe it's because maybe he is, and I just haven't been over there to look. All right. So I guess the first thing I want to do is probably I'm gonna go ahead and put the inserts in this, and so we can kind of move these pieces off to the side now because we've got work to do on these guys right here. We'll get them together and put the inserts in there. And then I think I haven't decided if I'm going to glue them all together or not yet, but I think I am. This one's not such a big footprint that I can't do that. And I get to put together one of my commercial buildings in scale. And that's awesome because it's got like it's got the tables and the chairs, and it's got the rooftop stage area and the bar and everything up there on the top. And that's going to be awesome to do in HO scale. It ain't going to be real fun to print in HO scale, but I wish I could. Need to be able to pull up pictures and stuff on this computer. But what's really cool is I can look at the camera and the chat at the same time, and I'm not playing tennis. I know I look cool like I'm at a tennis match, but it ain't fun. I guess the Back on Track guys didn't do their stream because it's weekend, the Thanksgiving weekend or whatever. Because I didn't see them live. I did check to make sure. Because I actually, because of the Thanksgiving break, I didn't have my tutoring session. Oh, that's gotta help. Yeah, I would assume that would help, huh? All right, so let's set this over here, and we're gonna take these off, and I can still pretty much read it. Um, I like it when these come off like they're supposed to. I'm gonna hold those there because what I'll do is I'll forget where they go. All right, I have moved everything because I had to move everything, but that's okay. Good news. All right, let me see. But I might do a marathon today, Dave. So if you get sleepy, take a nap. Um, AJ's with her mama, so um, I just have to take care of the fish and Gracie, and I think I can handle that. I'm almost to the edge of the screen. So what I do is I put a dot right there and then I just slide it down. The dot, the one little dot isn't a ton of glue for all this, and it shouldn't get into the windows because I didn't do too much. Man, those work good. Brother John was a big help on that. He helped me because I'm not real good with schooling type stuff sometimes, especially math. And well, he helped me figure out what angle I needed to use for this 135, an interior angle of a triangle. Because what I do is I take a small triangle and I slide it down there. And man, there's no light at all. I like it when things work. And I think, like I said, I think John was a help on that for sure. So, what was I thinking in these corners? I almost need one more of these, this length. I don't know why I only printed two, because I had to brag is what it was, and I had to prove myself wrong. Let's see. Yeah, they could use one. This side over here, I don't really see much at all, and this barely, but I still like them over there. They don't look bad in there, and they make the outside look great. And this building right here, I provide the LED for this one. I don't provide the other 5 of them. Maybe I should. Maybe I'm being cheap. I do realize why I didn't make a bunch of these. I just didn't. Uh-oh. That ain't gonna work. I love streaming at this time on Saturday because I don't have to work till Monday, and so I'm not all thinking about that. If I stream on Sunday, I'm kind of, gosh, dog it. I am gonna stream well, more than several times a year. With Sidetrack Sunday, though, I'm going to start doing that occasionally. I'm not on a regular schedule with them, and it's because of my schedule with AJ and work. But I'm semi-regular. I'll be on regularly, but not on a regular date and time. If that makes any sense. because my time will change and stuff. Hey, Lee. Great to see you, man. Working on the layout. A little jealous. I have really been in the mood to work on mine and have not been able to. I mean, that's really okay, but I'm not fussing. But, uh-oh. Popping off too easy. What you working on your layout, Lee? If you happen to hear. I got Christmas carols playing in the background, but I don't think y'all can hear them. The 3D printer is going to stop in a minute. Ooh, I need to check that. I'm really close to being out of filament. And at the end of the print. Oh, I'm good. Yeah, I don't have long, and that print will stop. Maybe we'll be able to hear the Christmas carols all together. Christmas music, not carols. AJ actually, I said I airbrushed these. AJ actually airbrushed these. Fence. And yeah, AJ airbrushed these. I'm trying to take credit where it's not due. I did a short. She picked the music. Because it was of her. I need to cut this. Where are my scissors? Drive me nuts. I love the parchment paper. There we go. And there goes the printer done. I just had another roof come off. I'm not going to start that next one. I got plenty more, but I'm not going to start it till we're done. Now, I need some upbeat Christmas carol. Oh, careful. All right. Oh, no. You got a little glue on the glass. Uh-oh, where are my Q-tips? There they are. There's so much glass in this thing. But I'm going to do that canopy glue that John suggested. You know what? If my computer was could handle it, would it be cool? But it like it, you know, it's hard to stream and do that at the same time. But I wish that my computer was able to handle going right now, like sharing the screen and going and playing your video during the live stream and then coming back. That would be cool. I wish we could do that. Yeah, for sure. And I'm real glad that I asked about that because I'm gonna order some. I gotta order some canopy glue and a couple other things. I mean, I definitely I need more filament. I'm getting ready to order more filament too. All right. What we will do. This one's slightly smaller than I need, but I'm going to see if it'll cover it. If it won't, I'll pull it out. There's only one little place that I can see anything and leave looking hard. Oh, man. I don't want too much glue. I didn't have enough. Uh-oh. Dave, do you just use straight canopy glue to make the windows, or do you use something different, or you just recommend it as an adhesive for gluing clear parts, which is what I definitely need it for? Yeah, we good here. I don't see anything. Yeah. Yeah. I was wondering. I think it's probably a little time consuming, and but I think that it probably looks the best to do it that way. I don't know that unless I could come up with a way to do it, rather quickly. I don't know that it would be the best solution for me. Let's see. Do we have any? All right. I don't know that I made enough of these. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I did. I thought I made extras. I don't think I made extras like I thought I did. All right. So one of these is absolutely sealed, and I'm not messing with it. That ain't broke at all. I'm not fixing it. I mean, really, that a lot of these are going to be just about impossible to. Huh. Oh, I hear what you're saying. That's pretty cool, though. Does it look real, though? It's not like bubbled to the point where it looks fake, is it? I mean, I assume it's not, or y'all wouldn't use it. Man, stop turning. There we go. Thank you for cooperating. Yeah. All right. I definitely want to try it. Um, Can we do anything there? Nope. I didn't do a good job of putting this corner on. It's a little wonky. Yeah, well, I got the resin printer hoping that I'd be able to just easily print oh man. To easily print or a lot more easily print like Z scale window frames and doors and stuff like that. And I was real sad to hear when the slicer told me that an N scale window frame was too small. I was like, what? But I mean, it would print it, but it's just saying it's too small. And I didn't like to see that. Because I'm actually doing a project at work that I need those for. I need even better than my work printer can do, the filament one. And I don't know that I'm going to get it. But I mean, I got to dial in the resin printer too. I'm going to work on it a little bit this afternoon, I think. I've got to work on the resin printer, and I got to fix one of the enders. When I adjusted the bed, I think I messed the thermistor up, and I got to go in and change the thermistor under the bed, and that's a pain. It's nothing you want to do live or a video of. I just want to get it done right. Messing with those 3D, there's nobody to send your 3D printer to if it ain't working. You got to open the thing up. I got to go into the electronics and stuff sometimes. Not the electronics, but the like the motherboard and stuff sometimes, and I don't like that. I can't stand it. All right. We got inserts everywhere we need to on these two. No light bleed at all. These go here. It's pretty cold here. What about up there, Dave? I guess it's freezing, huh? Or below freezing. Man, that airbrush paint's clean. I cleaned it, and we did half of this. 14 is too cold, man. And it gets a lot worse, I'm sure. That is cold. So let's see. Let's see. All right. Up to 15 now. All right. I guess I should check these. Why is 3A so tall? Oh, it's the only exterior one. So I have the letters on the inside so you know where everything goes. I need to clean this up a little bit. They sent me, I don't want the sharpest one. Eesh, that's dangerous. That'll stick in your foot if you're not careful. Do not do that at home, ladies and gentlemen. This really wasn't that bad, but I don't like leaving those stringies in there. I could hit this with a heat gun, but I don't want to mess up the detail at all. This is just a hole for the door window. All right. Yeah, man, that's inside weather. Or snowmobile weather, one or the other. All right. Getting better at that. Although it's not real hard. So I need 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. All these little rectangles are kind of fun to put together because they're kind of easy. I say that now, this is going to like fall apart. Oh, hey, Dave. Do you subscribe to the New Fenris Railroad? Wild Bill, I call him. Bill is his name. No, you don't have to mow anymore. I'm not having to mow anymore even. We'll do D. Hey, Bernard. How you doing, man? Nice to see you. Thank you for joining us. It's great to have you here with us. We are assembling an in-scale ski lodge. And okay. And we're chatting, and we're probably doing more chatting if we can than assembling. Although I need to get to work. Dave, I ask about that because Wild Bill sometimes does a live stream on Saturday mornings, afternoons, and I don't know exactly what time it is. He hasn't really been doing it lately, but he did tell me when I asked him in a live stream a while back. He told me when he was going to be doing one, and I don't remember when he told me. So if you happen to see that pop up that he's live, let me know. I'm going to get off and we'll go over there. I'm going to go over there and hang out with him and invite whoever's here to do the same. There we go. I don't think it was today, but I just don't. I want to. If it was, I'll just go hang out on here. How you been, Bernard? What's been going on with you? Give us the tea on you. Now, it would be easier to go ahead and do the insert now, but I'm pretty stupid. This one doesn't need it, I don't think. If I had enough adhesive on it, it wouldn't. I didn't put it on this side. So we need to move this back here a touch. Move this out here a touch. Well, you doing all right though? Yeah. You know what? I had a piece of sweet potato pie before coming on because I didn't want to be hungry and have to stop streaming because I was hungry. Definitely need those blocks. That's a wish list for me. 1, 2, 3 blocks. That comes after the locos, though. I want mom to give me some locos. Hopefully, I'll get those. I'll be happy camper if I get locos. I'm gonna take well, as soon as I take it apart the first time, I'm gonna repaint them. Those Milwaukee ones. All right. We are hoping that you are recovering much more quickly than they expected and that you expected, and that you're feeling fantastic, Bernard. How about you? Did you eat a lot? I had my mom and Nana and my daughter here, and um, my Nana, who doesn't typically anymore because she's 97, she doesn't eat real good all the time. Man, she did good yesterday. She ate a bunch. I don't know if she was trying to make me feel good, but it worked. Hey, Antoine. It's great to see you, man. I was actually thinking about you the other day because I streamed a few times and hadn't seen you. And now I guess we were doing an airbrush stream one time and the Monopoly the other time. I definitely remember seeing you. And since I don't think I'd been, well, I had been airbrushing a little. So I was thinking about you. I was wondering why we hadn't seen you or where you been. Welcome. Happy late Thanksgiving. Hopefully, you have plenty of leftovers to snack on all day. I do, man. I'm not even to the point where I can eat uh, leftover turkey sandwiches yet because I still have dressing and gravy and lima beans, and I still have what else? Oh, I still have a bunch of chicken and dumplings, and so I've got too many leftovers to eat through till I can convert to the leftover turkey sandwiches, which is my favorite part. But I don't want to let the other stuff go bad, so I'm gonna mosh through it. All right, N3C. Here we go. I bet it doesn't. Bernard. Dang. This is the old testers, Bernard. It's what I like to use. And there's reasons for that. This isn't the only model that I have to put together today, for example. And man, I sure did. Anyway, this glue, my experience is that it I mean, I got stuff in the shed that's 4 and 5 years old that's still holding fine, and we got awful humidity here. So this has teeth and it holds well, and because of that, I don't sit here. I mean, if I'm using my professional glue, which I have, I have Tamiya thin, or I have Tamiya extra thin actually, and I like this. This is Faller's Expert. I really like this glue too, but much longer drying time, and so I'm not able to move from piece to piece in a stream like this, and I would be maybe moving to the to this piece now. And so because it'll hold pretty good and it's got a little working time on it also. So what can happen is I can get all 4 pieces of this on, and then I can come in here and hold it like this. If I put pressure on each of the corners, the way I have the 45-degree angles cut, they've had a little time for the glue. They've had a little time for the glue to kind of set, but it's not perfectly set, but it's super sticky right now. And so when I put pressure on each of the corners, it just sucks together. And then I might not even have any need for the inserts. And on this one, it actually looks like I'm not going to. I could be wrong because I'm holding it. I got to let go in a second and I'll see. And I've also got my fingers on parts too. So that kind of. But yeah, I buy these about 4 tubes at a time. And go. And so what happened, let's see. So the only one that was showing light was the one that I had just glued, the last, I think. Well, one of them. And so I am going to some of these little bitty guys that are made to go on these little corners. I have the benefit of not having windows on one side, so I can put the glue much heavier or a little bit. There's not much anyway, but I put the glue dot leaning that way or on that side, and now I'll steer the insert down in there without getting it in this window, which is really close. I was very new when I designed this building, and the windows going all the way out to the edge look super pretty, but man, they are pain. I didn't start offering any of the models assembled until recently, and so I haven't put one of these together until I put mine together. It's a little different with me putting it together here, because if something doesn't fit, I just go print my own piece, but people at home aren't able to do that. So it's good that I get an opportunity to put them all together. I put just about everything together almost, and not in every scale though. Thank goodness I haven't had to put everything together in Z scale, but I did have to do an Uncle Dave's cabin in Z scale, and man, it was hard. That's yours, Dave. Your cabin. Hey, Tennessee River Union Railroad. It's good to see you, man. Thank you for joining us. I'm sorry I was I was reading Bernard's comment about the glue and started talking. I didn't even notice you had a comment up there. Thank you for joining us. We're glad to have you here. I hope you didn't leave because nobody can say anything to you. I apologize. Um, Nothing there. Nothing there. I'm not gonna put them if I don't need them. It might be a little bit there. I might as well do it. If I see anything, I'm gonna put it in there. But I'm not. Yeah, it's good to have Antoine back as well. You know what I'm not able to see though, the way I got this set up. I'm not able to see. Let's see. Maybe I can look over here and see. You tell me. Yeah, it does. It shows. That's cool. See, I can't see because Uh-oh. Did I move the camera? No. I can't see any kind of view count or anything like that over here on this one. Not that it's important, but I was curious. And I was curious because Tennessee River Union Railroad came in, and I didn't say hello to him for a while. So hopefully he's still with us. So we will slide this down in here. All right, so let's see what we got. This guy goes like this and sits right up here, like so. And this sits right. I can't remember. Maybe it sits like right there. I think so. It's really close. I can't remember. Oh, wait, it does. It comes to this. It matches up there, but it doesn't with this. And so, let's see. I guess I'll try to switch real quick and come back. Yep. Let's see here. Go here. There we go. And I won't stay here long because. Uh-oh. What happened? Hello. Oh, we dropped it. Let's see. There we go. My connection was unstable for a moment. I apologize. Huh. Now I haven't. I guess I've been using it a minute, but here we are so far. And there's a little walkway that comes in here and comes out this way, but so see all the windows looks nice, but man, it's a pain. All right, let's stop oohing and ahhing and get do some more work. Let me switch back. All right. Yes. Okay. Uh-oh. Stepped on my... Now I've got I use it a good bit. And I kind of wish I could find something um, that I liked a little better, but I do like it, so I'm not going to push it. All right, building 4 of 6. Yeah, Dave, the building is actually a real structure, and it looks just like you might know already. It's in Winter Park, Colorado. It's named the Balcony House, and it's been the ski lodge there, the lodge at Winter Park, for since like the 30s, and the since like the 30s, it's been the ski lodge, and this is exactly, or not exactly, but as close as I can get it to how it looked in the 30s. I mean the 50s. And now it's still there today, and was there when I lived in Boulder, and we would go to Winter Park on the weekends. I've been in this building before, many times. And so it looks a little different now because it was remodeled a couple different times. But it's called the Balcony House in Winter Park, Colorado. It's the ski lodge there. You can search up pictures, and I've got some, but again, I can't share them, mainly because it's so resource intensive on the computer that's running the meeting. And but there you can search up Winter Park Balcony House Ski Lodge 1950s, and you'll see it. And that's basically what I did when I made it. So it's a really cool building. It is. Now I do have it. I do it in HO, but I've never had the benefit of assembling one in HO. And because it takes so long and so much filament and all that stuff to do in HO, I've never done one just for fun. And so I really would like to, though. Hey, Mike, how you doing? You grew up at Winter Park. Oh, did you? Okay. At that time, it was called Hideaway Park. I never even knew that. I wasn't out there until the late 90s. I'm old. And so I was out there in the late 90s. And we lived in Boulder, but a bunch of us moved out there after college together. And we had friends that were, a lot of the girls that moved out there became travel agents. And so we had free rooms, and typically we would stay at the Iron Horse Resort, and that was like my favorite place in the world to ever be. Was at the Iron Horse Resort when I was the years right after college. I mean, it was the best thing in the world to be from Mississippi and living out there, and I was making decent money and all that stuff. So anyway, that was my favorite place to be. So guess what I named my model railroad? The Iron Horse Model Railroad, and or the Iron Horse Route, and then the Iron Horse Model Railroad is what it came from. And all that came from this Winter Park area where I used to go ski and stuff. And so and then we have Iron Horse Hobbies, and it's actually Iron Horse Hobbies SMK for scale model kits. We have it on Etsy and eBay. These models can be purchased in just shameless plug real quick. T scale, Z scale, N scale, and HO scale. I can't do it in S. It would take, I mean, I could do it in S, but it would take a couple months, literally. Hey, Stormy Sky, great to see you. Thanks for joining us, Dave. We appreciate you. I will show you what we got so far. That's complete, and then I'll move on real quick. It goes like this. Yeah. I wish I could tell stories about our times out there, but we were like 23, so we can't talk about a lot of stuff that we did out there because we were 23, 24, 25, 26. I think I came back a little after that or right around then. Um, but a bunch of us graduated at the same time, and we would always go out there. And all the kids that, because we were from we were in Hattiesburg. We were an hour off the Gulf. We were like, 2.5 hours from Pensacola, 4 hours from Destin, 5 hours from Panama City. So the kids would we'd all spring break. Everybody would take off down there, and we'd have 20 of us. We'd go to Colorado and go skiing. And so anyway, as soon as we got done with school, we moved out there for as long as we could stay. Before we ran out of money, because when we moved out there, we were used to spending our parents' money, and so we there was actually a few of them made it out there for a very long time, and there's a couple that still are there, but not many. So anyway, this is the ski lodge out there where we used to go, Dave, called the Balcony House. And so let me get all my pieces here that I need for 4. I need 4A, 4C, and any of these will do, because they're apples to apples. All right, but we do want to make sure we've got the front right, and they do match. I've got A, B, C, D. I got it very dummy proof, very, very dummy proof, because I need that. And so what happens is this comes up right next to this. And in order for me to get the 45-degree angles on each end, I had to have these pieces on both. I couldn't do one. I guess I could have tried to do a piece that came to 45s and a point, but that point would have been really, really hard to print and to keep clean and all that stuff. So we'll get this back out of here. Yeah, I kind of feel like sometimes I want to put my red Chester's glue in something else to hide it. But I really do like it. And so I'm really going to stop being ashamed of it if I can help it. But it works well for me. I've never had it come apart yet. Now, again, I've only been in the hobby between 5 and 6 years, so maybe all my models will fall apart in a week. But that has not been the case thus far. So what happens is when I put that glue on the bottom there like that and then set the piece on there and it comes off, it's really weird. The next time I put it back on there, it's like ready to stick. It's kind of weird. I can't explain it. It's like if you put it on there with a piece, release it, and then put it back on there, you get this amazing hold the second time, and it gets harder to move it after that. And just trial and error, I figured that out. You have to be careful with these windows because they come all the way to the bottom too. I see, I got a little bit. I need the, we'll do it right there. My window's coming loose and I really don't want to redo it. I hate messing with these things. I did it off camera because what's contact? Oh, I did it off camera because I can't stand doing them. And I say bad words and stuff. So what I'll do is once I get the piece stuck, I'll get that window back together or back The window's just releasing a little bit from the top up here because there's not much space for it to touch. And I don't want it to. It doesn't look wonky. I need to check that too, because if it doesn't look wonky, I'm not going to mess with it and have glue run down the glass. Stuff well there. Let's do this. And here we can make sure we're not going to have a problem. That should take care of it. But now I got to straighten this here. My hand's sticking to it now. I got a piece of glue on my hand. That ain't straight. There we go. It's not a very exciting model, though. It kind of looks exciting, but once it's broken down, it's really just a bunch of rectangles and squares. But the middle piece isn't. Make sure we did. Now the accessories and stuff are really what makes it look good, because it's got a lot of cool accessories. The walkways and stuff like that are pretty neat. I am looking though at the walkways for the end scale, and I mean I'm going to be able to assemble. Hey Kyle, how you doing? Great to see you, man. I'm going to be able to assemble the walkways without any trouble in end scale, but I'm looking at it, and in Z might be pushing it. I might have to figure out an alternative, not an alternative to having it, but an alternative to the beams, because the end scale beams are pretty small. Here are the end scale beams. One of them messed up, but here are the end scale beams. And so the Z is going to be toothpicks, smaller than toothpicks. And so I'm going to have to see, because that's asking somebody a lot, to include me, because I'm the one who puts more of them together. Man, I'm relaxing too, because it's Saturday and I don't have to work till Monday, and I have to work for 13 and a half more days, and then I have 2 weeks off again, and I've been off a week already, so I'm pretty pleased. And my house is almost clean, and for the most part I got a lot of things accomplished that I needed to get accomplished. So I've been busy, but I like to get everything kind of done and kind of get the house as clean as I can before we go on Christmas break, so I can play on Christmas break. Because my plans are, I'm doing Sidetrack Sunday on the 22nd or the 23rd. Wait, 22nd. And I want to be running trains when I do that down there. I asked for locos for Christmas, though. I won't get those yet. Oh well. I have to do another one after that. On the Wednesday after that, I might do it again. No, that is Wednesday, Christmas night. Oh, that's what I'm gonna do. Although, who streams on Wednesdays? It's Christmas. They might have to like accept it. That's kind of a different type of day. I mean, I stream already at I'm already streaming Wednesdays at 5, but I'm in the evening, like later, because it might be later than that. Let's see. No, AJ will be here in the morning because she gets up with me this Christmas. So yeah, I'll start streaming Christmas afternoon, and stream as long as I can handle it. Well, I'm looking forward to doing that on the 22nd because I'm off work already. I'll be in a good mood. I don't have to go to work the next day. Christmas is coming up. These tubes last forever too because I try not to use much. I mean, I buy 4 at a time. I guess that's why they last forever, but they really do last a while. Yeah. I got two. My windows are a little bit too big on that one. See, if the windows get into the 45-degree angle the 45-degree angle, it causes a problem because then they want to ruffle up across the actual window panel. And so a lot of times I've got all of about 2 millimeters between, if that, between the window and where the 45 starts. And so what that what that creates is it's really tough to make the window the right size. Yeah, Kyle Bernard is recovering. He has been having surgeries. Sorry to tell you business, Bernard, but it is up there in chat anyway, Kyle. So I wasn't throwing him straight under the bus. He had told us about it a little bit ago. But I think he's starting to do better. He was complaining because he can't do everything he wants to do or something to that effect, which basically means he's feeling better. That's a good complaint. We call Bernard's kind of problem a high class problem. Huh. Where's my napkin? There. Something there. Uh-oh. There they are. There we go. What you been up to, Kyle? Doing good? Are you working today? How was your Thanksgiving? Yeah. So you really are on restriction from lifting, Bernard? I guess you would for you said you had 5 hernias, right? So I don't think you can lift anything if you have one. I don't quite understand that whole deal, but I had a friend who had one when we were little, and I mean, and he was young, so it was kind of I thought that was strange. Okay, okay. So you had to work on Thursday. Do you work? Is your work associated with the railroad, Kyle? Kind of thinking it was for one reason or another, and I might have just been assuming it was or something. I know Jack works with the railroad, or used to. Assume he still does. All right. Wow. So you did between 30 and 35 years in the oil and mining business? Oh, that's cool. Hey, Kyle, if there's any single good-looking ladies that need companionship at their condo, you just let me know. I'll be happy to come over there and help. It's about a 2-hour drive. If they have money, I'll share some with you. There's some pretty women where Kyle lives, everybody. Very pretty women. I'm not going to be able to use this in a minute. A whole bunch of gold. I understand. I mean, they wouldn't have to have a daughter. It would just be a bonus. It would, however, be a bonus. I'm assuming daughters are, you know, 28 plus. I'm okay with them too. Maybe 30 would be better. 30 would be better. I don't usually even dip that low. I might make an exception, but I believe 30 is probably about my basement. And I don't even think that that's smart. Because 30-year-old is just going to make me end up miserable in the long run. I promise. Let's see if we can't do a switch. Move this. There we go. That's the back. Man, I can't even do a transition without this thing skipping a beat. I'm gonna run the. I'm sorry if I'm hollering. I'm closer to the mic than normal. I'm gonna run the Ethernet cord back here when I stream later, because I'm gonna get tired in a minute. And so there's a deck up here that I'll install, and then starting here, this is back further. There's a walkway that starts here that goes around the building too. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate you. Sure is a lot of windows. It looks great. It looks great lit up, man. It really does. I might put more LED. I might not be cheap. I might put more LEDs in there than I forget I don't have my microphone on my head. Thank you, Antoine. 2 more to go. Well, 2 more for the main structure to go. I'm going to keep this like this, and I'm going to set this over here. We will do 5 next. Excuse me one moment. I'll be right back. I need to use the gentleman's room real quick. I know I'm not one of those, but I try real hard. Thank y'all for being patient. If you weren't, I understand. Thank you for being patient. If you weren't, I understand. All right, everybody. So let's do 5 and 6. We have to do the roofing and then the accessories. You got to go, Bernard. It's up to 17. I got to start with forklift for the boy. Wait. Oh, you're just starting it, right? I guess you could maybe do something on the forklift. I ain't trying to be your doctor or mom or anything like that. Anyway, I was concerned when you said you were getting on the forklift. It's not my business. All right. Take care of yourself, Bernard. Don't re-injure yourself. Let's just say that. How about that? Because we like to have you back around and stuff. We don't want you going back under the weather. All righty. We need to do a grilling show. Although it's too cold to grill everywhere, I guess. It's too cold to grill here. All right. Well, yeah, take care of yourself, buddy. Like I said, we like having you around, so. All right. We'll put a little here. And this is A. It says 5A, and here's A. So I keep it real simple for people like me. Well, that's true, Dave. I've got too many leftovers to grill, though. But I'm thinking about them. So that's a good thing. If you're thinking about your leftovers, they're not bad leftovers. At least that's my opinion on leftovers. Unless you're thinking that you don't want them. Ah, you big dummy. There we go. This side's good here. This side's good here. Come on. Come on. You don't like snow, Antoine. My daughter would absolutely give anything to be there hanging with you for a little while right now, I would imagine. We got I have family in Pennsylvania, and we saw them, Avery and I saw them on Facebook. Um, and it was snowing. And these family members happen to just live about 4 hours from us in Alabama, but they're up there visiting, and AJ didn't know. And so she thought that they were 4 hours from here in Alabama because it had gotten cold yesterday. So she said, "We're going." And once she found out they were in Pennsylvania, she was not happy. But we like it here because we don't ever see it. The last time we had snow, my ex-wife and I were trapped, not trapped, I guess she might look at it that way now. We were iced in for almost 48 or 50 something hours, and that's when we had started to go out, when we were stuck together. Uh-oh, you big dummy. Wrong. Sure got some good food up there, though, Antoine. We do too, though. Just different good. Yeah, it is too short. I enjoy the cold weather. Um, I just get when after it's been hot for a couple months, 2 3 months. I'm over it. Well, I mean, August. By the time we hit August, it's time to stop all that snowing. I mean, heat, and we got 2 more months of it. And I get tired and don't want to do anything. I am glad soccer season is when it's colder because I have more energy. I'm the assistant coach this year, not the head one. Thank goodness. Coach Heather's back. I just took the reins last year for 1 year while she had a break. I prefer to be the assistant coach who doesn't have to deal with all the really bad things. Yeah, we have a few good barbecue places here, but they're not like you. But sometimes, you know, sometimes some of the more popular places are not necessarily the best, um, particularly for price. You know, so they have a bit of snow at Dave's house, not deep enough to cover the grass though. Both extreme heat and cold suck. I really don't like either, but unfortunately, I moved from one extreme to the other. Yeah, um, you know what I loved about Colorado is it's just not that cold there. It's so dry. They got like 300 days of sunshine a year. Um, it just snows 60 and rains 5. You know what I mean? And so now there were some days that when you're from Mississippi and you got to get up to go to work, which first of all, we were used to being in college and not working. And so we had to get up and go to work. And you got 6 inches of snow on the car that you got to knock off. And it's, 7:30 in the morning or whatever. But I mean, I do it every day because it was just wonderful out there. The weather was great. The air was light. You had energy and motivation and drive. And I mean, the humidity just leans on you here. Antoine, you would like it in South Mississippi, man. The cost of living is nothing. Um, and it stays, sultry a lot of the time. We got the hurricanes though, so you do have to worry about that. You got one showing. Yeah, man. Humidity is awful. I mean, because we even have when it is cold with Kyle and I are. Kyle, I'm 5 miles off the Gulf, 45 minutes from New Orleans, and so when it's cold here, where Kyle and I are, it's probably feels colder than it does where you're at. Well, I don't know, Dave. You might have that lake. Do you have the lake effect type deal up there? Now, I didn't. I mean, I loved living in Denver just because I was in Colorado. But um, what I ended up doing after 6 months was we moved to Golden for 6 more months. And then I moved to a place called Lafayette, ironically, which there's a place called Lafayette, Louisiana, that's pretty known. Um, but there's a place called Lafayette, Colorado, that is just east of Boulder. The next city, I mean, basically it goes Boulder, Lafayette. And I had an insurance agency in Lafayette. And I absolutely loved it there. I had a fiance who was in Destin, and she was supposed to come out and live with me, and that didn't end up. Um, that didn't end up happening, so I kind of eventually gave up and came on home. I pouted because my plans didn't follow through, and my parents were getting older, and my grandparents were getting even older, and now I mentioned that, and my grandma's still around. Huh. That was 25 years ago. And my grandpa was around a lot longer. Grandpa lived to be 96 and grandma's 97 now. And grandma was here yesterday and ate a whole plate of food. Antoine said he lived in Willoughby, Virginia, and Richard in Norfolk, Virginia. No hurricanes, huh? Yeah, there's something else. They really are. Let's see if we can do something different with our setup here, because it's time to. This one may be a little bigger if I hold it right. I'm running out of room to oh, I do have something but it's not going to be able to spin. Let's see if we can do this here. I'm going to try to use oh man, I left the camera in the wrong place. Oh well, I guess that's okay. I can definitely say the cold here is worse than in West Virginia. I guess, yeah, Kyle. It's like because of the dampness, it's like the cold sticks to you. But in Colorado, it can be 45 and you can have short sleeves on. I got pictures of me skiing in short sleeve shirt. Here, let's see if we're able to make enough room to do this. It's going to look a little wonky, but that's okay. It might work. It might not. Kinda. Uh-oh. Well, it's got the Detroit lean, but get my hands out of the way. That's the back of it. Oh, it does fit. Barely. Look. Won't. All right. So building 1, building 2, the main building. And then we got buildings 3, 4, and 5. And 6 is coming, and I ain't going to be able to fit that on this one. I might have to find a bigger lid. I have one, but I think it's too big. So anyway, you got a walkway that runs up here at the windows, basically, right below the windows, just directly below the windows. You got a walkway that does a 90 here. Then it comes this way and cuts all the way back around to building 6, which is out here, but it cuts back around. Yeah. I just redid these stairs. They were looking a little wonky, but those are actually to scale now. There's it's hard to see because of the light, but there's a deck right here that people can go up on. You can't hardly see it. It's right here. I got a deck I'm going to put across here. And then we run the deck railings here and here and all the way down the walkway as well. So what I did on the walkway even is I got cutouts to hold the deck railings so they'll sit in there better and more easily. Try to make things easy for me. When I got to put them together, it helps because I make them easier for everybody else too. All right. So we're going to move the transfer places again. Here, easy. All right, there we go. Here, and building 6. Here. Ironically, the building is not the hard part of any of this. Um, and I am glad that I'm not gonna, I am gonna put the doors on before I glue that thing together. I promise you that much. Uh, let's switch back to the other camera. I feel like I got y'all kind of trapped in. Oh wow, I don't like that when you do it. All right, all right, all right. So who do we got in here right now? I got Kyle, Antoine, and Dave. I think are all still in here. I think your daughter will love Connecticut when a snowman used to have a giant hill behind my house as a kid. Everybody in the whole that's awesome. Um, yeah, she's never seen snow. She's 9, and we haven't had any since she was born. Um, and then what I need is, yeah, I know, Dave. That's what I was thinking, and I had heard from Kyle. Oh, okay. And it could be what's happening is sometimes when it buffers, I see the number drop and it goes back up. And I thought it was because I saw 2, and I was thinking it had to be at least 3 because Kyle was talking, Antoine was talking, and you were talking. And so I was kind of wondering if it had to do with the fact that I don't have a great connection sometimes. What's weird is um, every time I do a transition, um, that's happening. So, hmm. I wonder if I've got that in there. Huh. I don't know what I've done with. Could it have fallen? No, I don't see it. Huh. I'm missing my piece for 6 here. And I don't know what I did with it, man. That's great. Um, man, I'm kind of missing a piece. And where should it have been? Huh. Oh well. I mean, I don't want to say oh well because I sure don't want to reprint it. But let's see if it could be in here. Hide. It's just kind of, well, more aggravating than anything that I don't have the very last piece to put it together. It's kind of actually typical. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh. All right. I don't think it's down there. All right. Well, we'll put together what we can here, and I got one piece missing. It looks like, and I don't. I moved things around. I wonder if I dropped. I mean, I'm sure I dropped it. I guess, but I gotta find it. And I'd just be so much happier if I found it now. There's still a whole lot of work I can do without it, but and I'm not going to get done today anyway, or this stream anyway. So, all right, we'll do A and D. Yes. Yeah, what's happening is anytime I do a transition, the number drops to nothing. And I didn't think to look this time before I did, so I wasn't sure. I think there might be a way to see who's in your streams, but I don't know how to do it. I could be wrong too. I know StreamYard won't do a pop out chat though. I wish it would because I could make a really big one. So what did I do with my wall, everybody? I should have had an extra wall just laying around that belongs right here. And I honestly cannot figure out what I've done with it. And I thought I printed and painted it. Hey Dave, thank you for staying so long. I appreciate you. You hung in there with me a long time since the beginning. I appreciate it. I gotta I'm gonna get these next pieces done. And might do a little bit of the roofing, and then I'm gonna take a break and recollect my thoughts and try to find that piece. If I must, I'll reprint it. It'll only take me about 30 minutes or so to do, and then I'll come back on and pop this piece in and roll with the accessories. I wouldn't mind getting this done today. I feel like my pieces are wanting to lean in on me. There we go. No, they're not. They're straight. Do they have little bitty 1, 2, 3 blocks that you can set in these? I guess I could set this like this. No, because it's. I guess this should be pretty flat if I do that. Just. Yeah, but I met with John and Ray and Dave the other night for a while, and it was fun. We had a good time. And there's a guy that I haven't met yet that's going to be doing the Sidetrack Sunday too, named Bob. No, but I'm going to, Antoine, probably before I get before I cut the stream off entirely. I will do I'll get up and pull the chair back. I need to check like behind the thing because I had it on this green thing and it's got a little bitty lip, but I did some cleaning and I've been moving pieces back and forth, and it's just going to be a matter of me probably what I'm going to need to do, Antoine, is all I need to do is walk over there and stop the stream, and the piece is going to miraculously appear. You watch what happens. Within 1 minute of me stopping the stream, the piece will appear. And it won't appear until that happens either. I've just come to learn my limitations. And that's fine too, because I'll take a little break and I'll come back. I'll get all my ducks lined up, get me something to eat, and come back in rejuvenated and refreshed and ready to finish her up. But I am going to see about going ahead and fitting the roofing. Well, that piece went in really nicely. They don't all do that, but you're making me think, Antoine, though. I'm checking down here now. Um, I had this area looking fairly decent the other day, but man, it just doesn't. It doesn't. I've got to do that almost constantly, and it just doesn't last long. It'll look good for a minute, and that's about it. As soon as I do a stream, and I don't understand why it takes me so long to set up for a stream. I mean, I guess I've been changing stuff. This one will be easier. And we've been streaming an hour and 45 minutes. Yeah, well, what happens to me all the time, Kyle, is as soon as I get ready to go live, I'll remember some stuff or I'll notice some stuff. It's so weird. Like today, um, I was getting ready to go live, and all of a sudden the connection got lost its stability, and I was so mad that I went with it anyway, because it usually stabilizes pretty quickly, and I don't know. I think StreamYard might help with that. Um, and I need to actually go wash my hands and stuff because they're sticky. And my fingers are beginning to stick to the glue. And that's those dreaded fingerprints that Dave was talking about. Now, this model has texture, log texture, not log texture, wooden slat texture, and so you can't really see anything on it. It's not. It hides a few sins. Come on now, let's get over here where we belong. All right. Well, one thing that happens too, Kyle, is I can't remember anything. Like I might remember where I put that piece in a minute too. YouTube has certainly made me learn how to test my patience. Come on. That's not going to work. That's got to go down. There we go. Because it'll hit the insert if I have those too high. Because the inserts fit pretty tight. That way the lids can come off and on. All right. And so this one just sits with the others. 5. It's 6 to 4 to 3 to 2 to 1. Like so. So we'll let 6 dry. And we will take one. Let's see if we can find them. All right. Now, insert for building 1. Building 1 roof. Boy, wouldn't it have been keen if that other wall was in there where it should have been, but it's not. Yeah, man, as soon as it's the train room's the exact same way when I clean the train room up, but man, I love it when the train room's clean. And so what I do is I've got a place cut out on the bottom of the roof to show you where these inserts go. And the reason being is because of things like I was saying, all these roofs have to fit together snugly and look like one piece. And so like in this case, the roof insert is going to be offset. And the reason being is because roof 2 is going to come to snug with here. So this one's got to come over here. Whereas this side 1's going to have some overhang. So you see the roof, the insert is offset. And then when you flip it over, you see it'll work fine. So I just need to put some adhesive. And then it fits on like a top. And you can do an interior in there. You can change the light if that's what you need. Whatever. You could even, now here's the thing that I thought about. All right. I don't know if we have many folks in here right now, but what if you could hide like Arduinos and stuff inside of some of these? Now you would want to do it where there wasn't a window, but I just thought about some of these models. If you didn't do the interior, would be a good place to hide stuff like that. Maybe like a tortoise or something like this. Because doesn't the tortoise? I don't have automatic turnouts, but don't the tortoise switches? Don't you mount them under the table and they got a cord that runs through the turnout? You could put your tortoises inside buildings. And so because there's a little seat in there for it, it doesn't take real long for it to begin to dry in there where it's supposed to be, because it's already got a place to go. It won't really move unless you try real hard. And so once it starts to dry, but before it's totally dry, I'll put this piece in there and make sure it's exactly where it needs to be. I think that the helix probably tested my patience more than anything, but I did that. I built that helix right. Every time I made I ran power to the helix, even though I built it off the layout. Okay, so the layout could still run. I built the helix off layout, and then I ran power to it. And every time I did added a new piece of flex track, I ran the train up it and back it to make sure it didn't derail frontwards and backwards all the way up that helix. Every time I added another piece of track, if it didn't go up and back and clear, then I didn't. Then I stopped and reset it. And so by the time that helix got done, I knew it was ready to roll because I ran trains on it off the layout. That was fun to build too. A lot of work, but fun to build. Well, now I don't want to do too much because it's not dry, but that's all it is to it. We do this. Fits on. A little bit of play in it, which is needed, and then this one will come in here. I can't remember exactly there. There we go. And we have this one. And this one. Just like the last one, this one has recessions cut out in it to make it dummy proof. Here. All right. Uh-oh. There. All right. There. Thank you, Lee. The roof went on well, the first roof. If the others go on the same way, we'll do well. I do have to find a piece that I've lost, unfortunately, but I'll go find it, and we'll come back on later, and I'll go ahead and pull all the. What I'll do is I'll find the piece. I'll probably go ahead and pull all the accessories off the rafts, and I'm probably also going to go ahead off camera, and at least I might go ahead and make sure that these beams fit in these holes, because I'll probably say some bad words messing with it. I might want to do that off camera. Oh yeah, well, what's going another thing, if it doesn't turn up exactly when I'm expecting it to, it'll turn up once I start printing the duplicate. Oh man, I was getting ready to try it, and I moved it. So we even. Matchsticks to make fences. All right. How tall do those things need to be? Let's see. $25 is 10. 12. You making those about 8 millimeters tall? Let's see what we got here. Oh, boom. Look. No movement. Yeah. All right. There we go. Let's swap them. We'll move these back here. See them a little bit. Uh-oh. My bad on that. Uh-oh. Boink. All right. I can tell I'm getting tired because. All right. Yeah, so 8 millimeters. Because isn't 8 millimeters about 4 feet? Or am I wrong? In HO. That's what I was thinking. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking I was just trying to guess off the top of my head about how big you might be making those fence posts. I guess for some reason I thought it made me smart. And so what I got on these, oh, it kind of looks like I might be missing one of these too. Well, at least I'm not just missing one piece. I might be missing one of these. I can't tell. So I need one here, one here, one here, one here, one here, and one here. Huh. It's like a conspiracy. A conspiracy to check my patience and mood level during the holiday season. That's okay. I'm going to show. All right. I don't need this one because I redid this over here. I'm curious to see how that fits on there, but I might want to do that off camera too because I might say a bad word. But I'm going to check that before I come back in. So we got 6 won't be done yet because we're missing the 6. We're missing everything for 6 just because we did it last. But this one's going to go in here. These 2 go here. These 2 go here. One of those goes here. 2 of these goes here. 2 of these goes here. All right. That one goes with that one. And yeah, you know what? While I do the rest of these, I'm going to grab a cup of coffee. I mean, I'm not even, it's right here. I'm just going to bring the cup in here for a minute. So. Oh, yeah, it's hot too. Cool. All right. I just need a kick for the next 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Because I'm hungry. I had pie. I'm not sure why I'm hungry. I got bad connection. Definitely running the Ethernet cord next time. I got to put Gracie up there to do that. All right. Just like everything else, these have their cutouts so we know where they belong. On this one, though, you got to look at what side's up because what I've got there's an angle, a 45 cut in the insert, so it lays in where it's supposed to. So you need to make sure that the 45-degree angle is pointing upwards. So you want to glue the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we can go ahead and kind of do these in bulk. That's what I was talking about a minute ago. My hands aren't clean anymore, so the glue's sticking. I think that's what Dave was talking about earlier. You just make sure that it's in the recession and it's even everywhere. It's going to fit right. There. Here. And here. Two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Uh-oh. 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. I just want them close. And I want to get them all on there and let them start drying. And I'm going to go through and line them all up to what I think is perfect. But if we get them on there now and down, they'll start attaching, which is what I need. We'll go back to the first one we did. There we go. Here, a little snap if you get it in the right spot. Fish cakes. We have crab cakes down here, but I've never heard of fish cakes. Now, you might be no. Is fish cakes just fried fish, or is it ground fried fish? See, I live right on the just off the water, and so we have lots of fish down here. Not a lot in that form because it's so plentiful. Like I can go out if I'll get up in the morning and drive 15 minutes or so. I can catch $20, $30 fillets of fish pretty easy. What sells for $20 or $30, in a restaurant. All right, this should have some time on it, and as you see, it goes boom. So Time to switch holders. All right. All right. Here. 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 All right. Now we have a larger thing to put everything on. Here. 5 and 6. And the roofing for each. Wonder what John's up to. I hadn't seen John. He could be at a ball game now that I think about it. All right. I think I would like that to be. Nice. All right. That other piece should fit perfect. Here. Yeah, SRV John. I haven't seen him today. Building 4 roofing. Okay. So what happens when this happens is I just need to push the inserts closer together and it'll seam up. Or further apart, excuse me. So I can still back these off, which is the beauty of this glue. Uh-oh. I said that I spoke too soon. It broke. Instead of sliding, sometimes that happens. But it reattached, I think. Let's see if that's a better fit. That almost got me to the eave, real close. There we go. I figured he might be at a ball game. Pretty important one, too. Wish I was with him, matter of fact. Although he might be cold. Although he ain't unhappy. Even if he's cold. He's probably got a jacket on and fine. These need to fit perfect because they snug up against each other, so I don't mind redoing them if I need to ensure they're accurate. Uh-oh. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is go move the seat on these because it's a little too high. Because I put that where it should have been, and then they wasn't the right place. So what I'm going to do is I'll go move the seat for the insert back a little bit where it belongs. Hey, John, we've been talking about you. Sure have. I got the Rode mic out, John. I'm not using the cordless, but I don't have a great stable connection, so I don't know what that's worth. But look at that. Perfect. I like it. I didn't even need anything to block it. This goes here like so. Here. So, John, I'm going to finish the roof. I'm missing a roof insert for building 6. I'm missing a wall for building 6. I'm going to go in about 10 minutes, and I'm going to find the insert and wall if possible, because I've already painted the wall. I really don't want to do it again, but I will. And so probably be back on in a couple hours to finish up. I've got all the accessories to do. What do you think about deck railing, that color? On the rest of this model, the colors they are. I just got a wild hair and thought about it, but I mean, I'm kind of questioning whether or not I really want to do that. Yep, I mean, seriously, I had finally, because I hadn't asked. I actually figured you were at the game, maybe, but I just started asking about where you might be, and so on 3 through 6. I'm going to go drop the seat for the roof insert about 1.5 millimeters back towards the end. And what that does is that gives a good push from the wall, and it keeps the roofing nice and together at the peak, and then you're not going to see light if you got a light in there. And so we'll Oh, John, I had a the commercial building, the restaurant that I did, the big one that's got the oh, okay. Oh, what did you get that? Never mind. I'll talk about that later. Did you get anything at the train store? Stop my conversation real quick. I saw train store. Yeah, everybody's stopped. Did you get track? How much track? Did you buy track? Boom. Very, very nice. So here we go. Bring this up here. This will sit well there. That ain't how it's supposed to sit, but it's okay. And then this one we'll do here and here. Uh-oh. Oh, what was wrong with his loco? Something was wrong with his loco you couldn't fix? I mean, it might be a really expensive loco. I don't know. This cutout's in a slightly different place. Next time I build a layout, I'm going to use a little less track. Like in spur areas. So I didn't leave any room for scenery. So wait, he couldn't get it running. The guys at the shop got it running right away. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, man. See if I can hold it up. Shoot. There's no way to do this gracefully, is there? Maybe. Let's see. Here. Here. There. Here. 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 Uh-oh. Here. Need some adjustments. Yeah, with his musical talent, I would have thought that, anything fairly simple and stuff he'd have. You know what I do on my other models, and I might should do it on these, is I put a little beam between the middle. Yeah, he's not HO. I tell you what, though, I've come to appreciate you HO fellers when you're assembling models. I love when... Oh, that's what I was saying before we talked about you going to the train show. So I get to do the man. Hold on, let me put something under there because that's bugging me. Do this. Hold on. Give me a little piece of something. This will work, maybe. There, we just need to jack that up so it's not leaning. All right. So, what do I do with the roof and the insert? You're right. Here somewhere. All right. So, let's see. Oh, I moved it the wrong way for this. All right. So this is the entire footprint with the exception of the deck, the walkway that's going to go around here. Yeah, so that's the roughly, and then what I'll do is I'm going to bring this way and switch the cameras before we take a break. See if I can spin it. Yes, I can. All right, hold on a sec. Let's see. We'll do a switch. And we'll do this even. All right. We have accessories to add, but this is the Winter Park balcony house. And we got building 1. Building 1 has a deck up here that you can't really see. You got building 2, the main building. There's a deck that I'm going to put up here in the next episode. I'm going to put deck railings across here. Thank you, Lee. So we got building 2, and then we roll on around. I got it backwards. Upside down, excuse me. That was a mistake. I've seen it built that way too. Somebody I gave one to built it that way on accident, I think. There and here. Okay, there we go. Now, building 3, building 4, building 5, building 6. Now, building 6 right now is currently missing the front wall and the roof, but that's not going to be too tough. So what I got to do is I got to come back in later. I'll put deck railings here. I'll put the deck up here and deck railings there. I'll put deck railings here, and I will put a walkway here and here. Now, chances are what I'm probably going to do today, the rest of the day, is, hold on. Let's see this. I would really like y'all's very, 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 very honest opinion here, because I don't need to go with this. I don't even know if I want to go with this. I just thought we would see how it looked. Where are my glue dots when I need them? Shoot. So what do you think about that color? On this model? And see it, I don't have, dang it. I don't have to use these, but I was wondering what y'all might have thought about the color. Because I can use the same color almost, or a dark color, just like I have. But I had thought about trying a contrasting color to see how it looked. And so here's what we'll do. Just because I'm tired of doing that. I thought the contrast might be cool. But, you know, it's kind of almost, I would say it's a risky, not risky, but you know what I mean. Kind of a risk. And I didn't want to do it if I don't have a very clear picture, but Anyway, we might try that and see how that looks on there. And lighter colors stand out. All right, I'm very glad that y'all feel that way, because that makes me feel better, because this is kind of what I wanted to do, but I didn't want to do it, and I wasn't going to do it without checking with some of y'all to see what y'all thought. I'm just going to put one on here for me so I can look at it a little bit myself. There we go. All right, I do. I think I like it too. As long as y'all don't think it looks cheesy or toy-like or anything like that, all right, that's great to hear. And we'll probably go with that. So what I got to do is I got to go in. I got to make sure that I've got a wall for right here and a roof insert for 6, and then I'll come back in and I'll do the deck railings and the walkway if I have time. I don't know how long all that's going to take. The deck railings are pretty tedious. It's going to take a minute. But I appreciate y'all joining me for now. I'm going to go get something to eat. It's showing as about 12:27 right now. And so I'm probably looking about coming back on probably about 2 or so. I've got a 3D tutoring session at 6 tonight. So I'll get back on for a couple more hours. I need to give myself a break. But I appreciate y'all very much for coming and joining me for this part of it for today. We'll be back on later. I hope y'all come back on if you have a chance. And I appreciate y'all. We'll see you again soon.